Most people learn songs by guessing their way through tutorials, and that's why performing live, actually playing the song for other people, feels so scary. Let me show you the method I use to break down real songs step by step so you can actually play the song with confidence. I am going to cover a lot in this video, so if you want help learning your first song or your 15th, you can join me for my 7-day guitar Kickstart challenge, absolutely free at school.com/guitar. The first thing that I'm going to do is, on my sheet of paper here, my trusty sheet of paper, I'm going to write down the name of the song before I dive into it. So let's see what we got here. Make sure I'm on the screen here. Okay, so Marry Me, and it's by Train. This is so when I come back to it later, I remember what the heck I was doing. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to listen to the song, and I'm going to use I'm using Pro Metronome here. It's just a phone app, and I'm going to tap in the tempo. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to call that 92 beats per minute, and I don't know what key it's in yet because I haven't learned any of the songs yet, or I haven't learned any of the chords yet. But as I'm listening to that, what I'm listening for is things that I recognize in the guitar, at least that sound really familiar to me. And so that bass line, that lowest note, bum, bum, it sounds like it's just like one fret away. And I can already hear that it kind of sounds like they're playing a C chord with an E in the bass, and then it goes to kind of an F chord. That's what I'm thinking the intro is. All right, let's see what we got. Yeah, and then it goes back to the cool. All right, so I'm going to pause it there. So I'm going to call that first chord C over E, and it lasts for one measure. So I just write that chord once, and then it goes to F, and I'm going to call it sus2. And then we do the same thing again, C over E to F sus2. Each one of these guys lasts for one measure, and that's our intro. So I'm actually going to write here on the side, and then we get into the verse. So let's see what happens when we get to the verse. So we're starting on what sounds like a C chord to me. Then it sounds like we just go down one note to like a G over B chord, which is essentially we're playing our G chord that we know. Our lowest note just is this B, second fret on the 5th string. And then I'm hearing, I think it's 3rd fret on the B string. Let's listen to that again really quick.
Never been long enough for me.
Yeah.
Feel like I've had long enough with you.
And okay, so then it goes A minor to G, and then we end on that F. So I'm going to write this out, and then I'll show you what it looks like for me. So it's C, then we have the G. I'm going to call that over B, and I'm not going to make any note about that top note. We're going to talk about that when we get to kind of the fingerstyle pattern. Hopefully we'll dig that in a little bit more. Then we do A minor and then a G. Now I'm going to show you that. I'm going to put parentheses around it because we're doing that in one measure, and then it's F sus2. Then I'm going to play that just as chords. So I'm just kind of picking them as we go. So here we go. It's going to be C, 3, 4, G over B. Then we add that top note, A minor to G to F sus2. So basically what I'm doing right now is I'm just trying to map out the song, what's happening, where is it happening. That's my first step, is trying to figure that out. So let's listen to the rest of this verse. Here's that F sus2. I bet it repeats.
Get the world now, we won't let them see. But there's one thing left to do.
Yep.
That the weight has lifted.
Oh, that's just our intro. This pre-chorus. Yep. Okay. So we listened a little further. We're doing the exact same thing for the second half of the verse that we did for the first half of the verse. I'm realizing I made a little mistake, or I didn't notice something. We could say that. I think that A minor is what I would call an A minor 7. And so when we play an A minor and we make it A minor 7, we just lift up our ring finger and we play, instead of A minor, we just lift up our ring finger from either an A minor chord or we lift up our ring finger from a C chord, and that makes it A minor 7. And then we have a pre-chorus. So I'm marking that, and that's just going to be the same, C over E to F sus2, C over E to F sus2. So now that we've got this far, before we get into the chorus, I'm going to dig in just a little bit because I think I recognize what's happening with the right hand. I'm going to start on this C over E chord. So I'm going to take my thumb, and my thumb's going to be responsible for my 3 thickest strings. My index finger is going to be responsible for the G string, and my middle finger is going to be responsible for the B string. Now, the very first thing I'm doing, I'm playing the C chord, but I'm trying to have an E in the bass. I'm going to pinch with my thumb and my middle finger, so the lowest string and string 2. And then I'm going to play thumb index on the middle 2 strings from the D to the G. And then thumb middle, thumb index. And the thumb's always alternating from the 6th string to the 4th string. That's our pattern. Now, when we get to a 5-string chord, we'll do the same thing, but instead of playing 6, 4, 6, 4, we'll play 5, 4, 5, 4. All right, so that's our pattern over and over again, whether it's 6 or 5. So that's going to be the same thing. I said we'd talk about that little top line in the verse. And so when we play the C, we're just playing the G over B without the 3rd fret on the B string, and then adding it in. Now let's go ahead and we're going to listen to the chorus. So this is the same as the verse. I'm just writing this down.
If I ever get the nerve to say hello in this cafe, say you will. Say you will.
Okay, so now we have a post-chorus, which is the same as the pre-chorus.
Together can never be close enough for me. Feel like I am close enough to you.
Excuse me, sorry about that. Just had coffee, had to burp.
You wear white and I wear out the words I love you. And you're beautiful.
Pre-chorus again.
That the wait is over. Love has
And it's gonna hold.
showed her.
Yep, chorus. Little piano coming in, cool. Oh, little flute. Dang, now we're getting sensitive. And then the post chorus should be the same as the pre. C over E to F sus2. C over E. Now I wonder if the song has a bridge. Whoa. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. We got weird there. So I'm going to call this song in the key of C. So I'm just marking this now. Key of C, 92 beats per minute. When we got to the top of that bridge, something funny happened. It was different. So let's give it a listen. Bum, bum, bum. Is it B flat?
Say you will. Promise me you'll always be happy by my side. I promise to sing to you when all the music dies.
All right. So okay, that's an interesting chord. So we have B flat, D with a G in it. So it's like kind of like B flat major 6. That's a fun chord to make there. It'd be really easy if I had a pinky. I don't have a pinky. You probably do. So you could do index on first fret of the 5th string, middle on first fret of the 2nd string, and your ring finger on 3rd fret, or ring finger, pinky on 3rd fret of the 4th string. I just have to use my ring finger because I don't have a pinky. And then it goes just to over A. It's like an F sus2 over A situation. So it's really F add 9 over A, I guess. So anyway, B flat, A. And then it goes to a C chord. And then does it go to an F? I'm trying to hear what that one is. That's the one I'm not recognizing right. Here we go. So we're going to call that, I guess, B flat 6. I'm going to call it F over A, C. No, I think it's G over B. Let's see what we got here. So it's B flat, F over A. You'll always be happy by my side. I promise to sing to you. G over B. Know the music now. Okay, so to the best of my ability, B flat 6, F over A, C, G over B, and then just as a little tag, we do that B flat 6 to F over A, and then we hold that, and then I think he goes C-H-O-R-U-S. How do you spell chorus, maybe? All right, let's see if that's accurate. Yep. Okay, so then we're gonna go to the chorus. So I hope you're seeing that I'm not being like super religious about how I'm naming these chords or anything like that. It's just what's gonna jog my memory and get me connected back with the song, if that makes any sense. So then we do the chorus again. Let's just listen to the rest of this song. So it's the same here. Yeah, so C, G over B, A minor 7, G, F sus 2, G over B, C, or sorry, A minor 7 to G. And then we have the post chorus, which is the C over E to F sus 2. Cool. Awesome. We'll pause that. We've really gone over all the chords that we need to, because it's really based on the same thing. I think the main thing is I'm hearing this G string ring out throughout, right? We have the C over E has that G string, F sus2 has that G string, A minor 7, the G has the open G string, right? It's just kind of this string is ringing throughout. It's in the B flat chord. So that, I guess, F over A, and then we're going to C, still ringing out G over B, B flat. I'm making this chart. I'm doing it by ear because that's, you know, how I've been learning music for a long time. But if you haven't been, if this is a new thing for you and you didn't listen to that and go, oh, that sounds like a C over E chord, you can absolutely get a chord over lyrics sheet. I would just recommend, instead of trusting whatever you see on ultimateguitar.com or whatever, you listen to the song, you go through it, and you write down, okay, how long does everything last? And I hope you see, I've got, well, I can hold it back here and it'll focus on this if I put it in front of my face. In parentheses means it's half a bar, beat 1 and 2, and then beat 3 and 4. And if it's not, it's just a full measure. So this is showing me how long everything is going to last, even if it doesn't show lyrics. Now, chords over lyrics are great. I'm not recommending you don't do chords over lyrics, but this is a really good way to see, okay, well, exactly what's happening in the song. This is everything that happens in there. So just like I always talk about, I want to reduce complexity, reduce complexity, reduce complexity. So what do I mean there? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at this and I'm going to say, okay, of these chords, what do I need to practice? So the intro going from C over E to F, I'm probably not going to strum them. I'm going to pluck them with all 4 fingers, but I would start at 60 beats per minute. 1, 2, 3, 4 to F sus2. And so I would do the intro that way, 60, 68, 72. I like to go up by eighths. I find 10s, 12s is a little big of a jump. 6, 4, 2 is a little not enough. 8 just seems, to be that sweet spot. And I'm trying to get to 92 beats per minute, 60, 68, 76, 84, 92, and I'll be there. So then when I do the verse, I would do the same thing where I'm playing the C, I'm doing the G over B, but because I know I'm going to have to put that extra finger down as part of that melody, remember when we get there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pluck 2, 3, 4 on beat 1, and on beat 3, I'm going to add that finger, A minor 7 to the G, because these each last half a bar, and then I'm going to stay on the F sus2 for a whole measure, right? And so I'm going to do that 60, 68. We're just doing that. Then the post-chorus is the same as the pre-chorus, so I'm not going to worry about doing that. I already practiced that when I practiced the pre-chorus, the post-chorus, the intro are all the same. So I just have to do that set once. Then the chorus and the verse are the same, so I only have to do that. The next thing gets into doing the bridge. So we have this B flat to the F over A, to the C, to the G over B. Now this is probably going to be the trickiest, especially for me with the 3 fingers and having to do this big ring finger stretch. So I might even practice this set of chords, but I'm going from F sus2 to this B flat. So I might add in doing this F sus2, 1, 2, 3, 4 to the B flat, 2, 3, and then back to the F sus2. So that's the end of the post-chorus to the beginning of the bridge, just because that's a tricky chord change that doesn't show up anywhere else in the chart. So I might do that all on its own. So those are really the only chord changes I have to do. Intro, pre-chorus, post-chorus are the same, verse, chorus are the same, and then the bridge, and then maybe getting into it. Now, each tempo I'm going to do for 2 full minutes, and I'm going to do maybe 60, 68, 76 for 2 minutes today. If I'm struggling, I'll do the same ones tomorrow. If I feel really good about it, maybe I'll speed up and try 76, 84, 92, or if I feel kind of medium about it, maybe I'd start at 68, something like that. But again, 2 minutes the repetition. So why do I do this? I'm putting so much thought, so much effort, so much into the repetition because it's about muscle memory. Learning what to do with my ears, knowing what it sounds like, is not that hard. Knowing what to do with my brain, knowing where my fingers go, it's not that hard. But getting my fingers to do it, that's the trick. And repetition is the best way for us to do that. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take this finger picking pattern and I'm going to do it on a 6-string chord. So let's call it C over E. And I'm going to do it, same thing, 2 minutes at every tempo. And then I'm going to do it on a 5-string chord too. Just because it's a little different. I have the pinch on the 5th string and the 2nd string when I have a 5-string chord, and I have the pinch on the 6th string and the 2nd string when I have a 6-string chord, and I have to jump over that 5th string with my thumb there, which I don't when I do this chord. So I'm gonna do that again at 60 beats per minute. I'm gonna do it at 68, 76, 2 minutes each, and multiple repetitions of that, across days. Then what I would do is I would say, okay, now that I've got these guys all settled, making sense, I can do the chords, I can do the finger picking pattern, I'm going to start putting them together. I'm going to go back to 60 beats per minute and just do the one section, just the intro. And then same thing, once I feel good about that, I'm going to then go on to the verse. I left out one there, but that's okay. Now at this point, I've done maybe 2 or 3 days of just the finger picking pattern and just the chords, and I've sped up to 92. Maybe I'll go all the way to 100 a little faster than the song, so I feel pretty confident with it. I'm gonna go all the way back down to 60 to put them together. I'm reducing complexity. Now, one more thing I want to talk about as we're putting these things together, you can see how I do chords, I do the picking pattern, then I put them together. Then I would try to play the whole song along with the record once I got everything kind of up to tempo on its own. If I wanted to learn to sing it, I would treat that as a third thing. I've got chords, I've got my picking pattern, and then I have singing. So I have no idea what the lyrics are to this song because I have heard it, in the grocery store on a music player, probably at weddings, but it's not one I've played before. So what I would do is I would when I'm ready to sing it, I would practice singing along with the recording. I would work on making sure I know the lyrics, I know the melody. And then I would go back to doing just the chords, not the picking pattern. And I would practice singing it slow. Oh, it's I don't really know how it goes. Right? I'm trying to make it super simple. And then even trying to do the finger picking pattern without the chords, just kind of on muted, which will sound really funny. But right, like, and again, I would have learned those things all separately, vocal, then the picking pattern, then the chords. And so I'm putting them together. And then again, 60 up to tempo, 60 up to tempo, 60 up to tempo. So we reduce the complexity, learn the thing, and then we reduce the complexity, learn the other thing, slow it down, and put them both together. Now that you know how I break down and learn songs, if you're ready to learn an entire song using this method, including the play along workouts, this video will take you from the beginning to the end.